All right, we're rolling.
All right, everyone. I'm here to tell you about your emotions. Here's your emotions.
Oh, what a beautiful drawing.
Here's the little wheel.
Thank you, Matthew.
And this guy's, how do I draw a guy sitting down? Okay. These are your emotions. This car is in neutral. Same as your emotions. Your emotions are neutral. I think that's how you spell it.
That'll work.
Your emotions are neutral. So you can either take your emotions, which are neutral, just like this car, and you're not driving the car. You don't get to decide your emotions. They just happen to you. So you can either take this and push it backwards, so then your car is moving backwards, your emotions are moving backwards, or you can take it and push it forwards. So it's not the emotions that are doing anything. The car's not doing anything. It's how you're reacting to your emotions that prescribe it as positive or negative. That's all I got.
I mean, I agree. How did you actually make that change though in your life? Like, how did you come to actually applying that in your life, where your emotions didn't just run your life and your actions and your habits and your lifestyle?
The thing is, you have to actually feel them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like when it comes to you, instead of thinking, man, this is a negative emotion, I'm just gonna push it
So
away.
instead of it almost being in reverse already, you just sat with it and just felt it all.
Yeah,
you
then
actually
you're
allowed
this guy.
yourself to feel it for once.
Be this guy, sitting in the car in neutral, not doing anything to it, and just see what happens. Maybe it does start rolling backwards, or maybe it does start feeling forward or moving forward, but just be sitting with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Actually sitting it. Okay, then let's say you make the shift from someone who doesn't feel their emotions at all to the person who feels their emotions all the time. How do you find that balance of, okay, now you feel your emotions and now you need to actually live and not, you know what I mean? So you open yourself up to the emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in neutral.
Mm-hmm.
What way are we going? What do you mean? What's the right move? Are we just supposed to continue to sit there in our emotions?
You just sit there and let it
feel?
do what it does.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay, but then, so let's say I just sit there in this emotion long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Now what do I do? Is there, if I want to take action, because for me, I went through this process where didn't feel to felt everything, and then I got stuck in the actual, just feely, you know what I mean? And I was just in neutral. I wasn't going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I almost lost my charge for life. Because you just talked about, feel sadness. If you're freaking sad, feel sad.
Mm-hmm.
Then you gotta, do something about it, you know?
That's a good question. I'm not a psychiatrist. No.
You don't tell that to the viewer.
Dude, all I did was draw the car. I don't know anything.
You don't do that to the viewers. You tell them you are.
No, I just feel like it comes to you, you just don't force anything. You don't plan for, okay, when I feel sad, then I'll do this. It's just you just feel it, and then whatever's coming to you then you do that.
Yeah.
You would think it'd be you're sitting in sadness forever, and then you're just in this pit of despair. I'm so sad. In this pit of despair. But it's actually, in my experience, it's not like that. Instead, this is how I see it working.
Yeah.
So when you don't feel it, so sadness comes. So here's you, sad.
Aw.
He's crying. He's sad. Okay, so we're not feeling sadness. We're just pushing it off. So then sadness comes again. Now you're even more sad because you pushed it off last time. And then you're really crying. And then you push it off again.
Oh no.
Sadness. Here's you again, crying even more. And then eventually, it just explodes into like the worst day of your entire life because you suppressed it so bad from here that like now you just push it down and you take this and this picks up even more momentum, and then the more you just push it down, the more it's all gonna come out eventually. Like you can't keep it in you forever. So like it just explodes one day and it's just like the worst day of your life, and then it's not even just a day, like then that day carries over into like weeks of, but like if you take it here and you like feel it actually, then even if nothing happens, you're still here.
Yeah.
Right? Or like that's kind of worst case scenario, is nothing happens to you and you're still just like sad.
Yeah.
But you're here and you're not here where it explodes. But best case scenario, or like what I've noticed, is like once you like deal with that, then you can go up here and now you're happy, Devin.
Yeah, like if you need to hit the gas, you put it
you
up,
you have the chance to.
Yeah, I like that.
That's all. I'm not a psychiatrist.
How long is the video?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. What else can we share with the people about this?
Dude,
Well,
you share something. Get up there, spit some knowledge.
I feel like I didn't even have a car with like a transmission for a long time, you know what I mean? Like I was just like so locked off to that. And knowing you my whole life, you were kind of the same way, where like you just didn't feel shit.
Exactly.
Like just didn't do it. I don't know.
I mean, that's what you always do feel things,
Yeah.
but it's just like the way you feel. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you feel it and then suppress it right away.
But it was like this for me. Like I would suppress it for so long, and I see this with some close people in my life too, and then it just you just snap.
Yeah.
At some point you just snap.
Yeah.
It's not like a good snap, like not like a turbo, like your nitros
No.
fucking shooting you forward here. Not like that at all. I mean, good and bad, we talked about that a lot. They're just life. And we're just the observer of it pretty much. What are we gonna attach ourselves to? What do you got? I feel like you got something cooking up there.
I don't know, man. I just gave my thoughts on emotion. It works with good and bad too, right?
What do you mean?
Like, it works the opposite for good things. Like, okay, so that's the sadness guy. Now let's do the happiness guy. Because normally, sadness equals bad emotion. Which is not true, because emotions are neutral. They're not good or bad. It's like you prescribe yourself. I don't even know if that's how you say that word. So anyway, you tell yourself that it's bad emotion because of this. Because when this happens, it sucks. So you're just like, sadness is bad because it leads to this. But it's actually not. If you just like sit with it, then you're here and it's neutral and like more
I don't
than
know
likely.
about you, but it's like some of those so-called bad emotions have been some of the biggest moments of my life that shifted my life,
Right.
and drove me to be better.
Yeah.
It's, if you hide from that, you miss so much of life. You miss half of life, arguably. Okay, now talk about like happy. Like,
Yeah, so then it's the same thing, because like then you say happy equals good emotion. Also not true, because emotions are neutral. So this is happy you. Let's give him some hair. Thumbs up. I don't know how you draw a thumb on a stick, man. But anyway, he's giving a thumbs up. He's happy. So then when you feel happy, or we'll say it when you don't allow yourself to feel happy, so like you just tell yourself like on to the next thing, like I'm not going to be happy, whatever, that gets suppressed too. And now you're here and you're a little bit less happy. Now you're straight faced, and then that happens again. You feel happy, happy, and then you don't allow yourself to feel happy. So then now you're down here, and now you're starting to frown a little bit, and then down here, and now you're really sad. And now you're here from there. So now this is the same thing. You end up in the same spot when you don't allow yourself to feel the happiness. But when you do, then it just keeps giving you the, like, even if it's neutral, even if you're just sitting there happy and you don't, or like you're feeling it, but you don't allow yourself to feel happy actually, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just neutral, which is kind of like worst case scenario if you feel it. Or what's more likely to happen is you'll feel even more happy because it feels good to be happy. So they're neutral, like they both end up here when you feel it, and like the upside is you're up there smiling, right? And like when you don't do it, you end up down here.
Yeah.
So that's why you should just feel your feelings, because there's no downside and there's a lot of upside.
Yeah. I mean, if you just numb yourself to life, what's the point? Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's how we operate through life, is feeling these things. This is our guidance. Dude, you're doing good. What else you got?
It's your fucking.
I know, but I was just kind of playing off you. You were.
It's your show here, man. I'm just here for the money, honestly. So I'm here. I'm waiting for that big check.
Yeah, I'll pay you. Don't worry about it. Everyone just gets so attached to everything. Like even happiness, people just get so attached to happiness and feeling good, and if they feel bad for a day, people get attached to that and they think their life's over, when really maybe it's just a day or maybe it's just a year where you feel like shit. Like you can't get too attached to any of these emotions. Like if you get too caught up in the happiness, that's still pulling you off of your path. Like I always like thinking of the example of, if you care about what someone says to you about like, oh, you look good, or you look like this, you look like that, and then that's a compliment. What if someone says something bad to you? If you care about that compliment, you're gonna care what someone says when it's a negative thing.
I think you just gotta feel them both.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
if it sparks something within you, but you can't get attached to like that, you know what I mean? Either way, like I had this old lady gave me a compliment. It's like, has anyone ever said you look like Chris Evans? And I was like, thank you.
Who's that?
Some like movie guy. And I was like, thank you. And I caught myself instantly. I'm like, that's such a sweet lady. That's such a sweet compliment. But who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, almost like, who cares? Like, cool. You know? Because if I was to be like, if I was allow that to build me up, then it'd be built on something else almost. I don't know. That's just where my head went. Talk about, you brought up a celebration. I know it's not really what we're talking about, but it kind of ties into happiness a little bit. Talk about like what you're gonna say about celebration earlier, because I think that's an interesting point. That's something we struggled with big time.
I think that goes into this, like, so you're here, you feel happy, you're really happy. I'll even make it more. Let's just face up. I'll make him even more happy. Big happy guy. Okay, so this is big happy guy with thumbs up. When the happiness comes up, it's neutral, right? But when we celebrate it, we say, like, I did that. I wish I could make the sunglasses guy emoji, but that's the sunglasses guy emoji right there. then we turn the experience, the emotion is still neutral, but the experience is now positive. Because we actually felt the happiness.
Yeah, that positive charge behind it.
So the emotion of happiness is still neutral, but the way you acknowledge it turns it to positive. So like the emotion you're having is neutral, but the experience you have with that emotion, I think, is what makes it either good or bad.
Yeah, I like that. Because I mean, either way, you get to choose. Is it gonna be a positive or a negative? Like, that's like kind of the whole thing. Like, it's neutral. You get to choose. Like, so many people go through life and they just continue to choose all of these things as negative. They continue to like perceive everything as negative. Poor me, poor this, poor that. And people get mad. Like, I've had people in my life where like I just continue to choose like being almost over positive. And they're like, you can't just like bypass it. You can't bypass life. And you can't like skip past what you're actually feeling. I'm like,
actually, I can.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I don't feel freaking angry or I'm super sad, but I'm just saying that doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Yeah,
you know?
You still feel it. It
Yeah,
doesn't
I
have to
still
be bad
feel
though.
it,
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be bad. Like, I can feel that, and it doesn't have to pull me down. It doesn't have to be everything about me. It doesn't have to be my story, something I get attached to. That feeling can just be. The one thing I struggle with, like where I question a cheat or a celebration, is I think about Kobe saying, like, talking about, you know, the Mamba and that flow state where, like, if you celebrate, like, you almost pull yourself out of the moment because you're looking into the past. So what's your thoughts on that?
That's, dude, you gotta listen to that thing I sent you.
All right.
There's a perfect example of that I'll just save it for that.
No, give me like.
Like I can't say it as good as I did.
Give me like a brief, even so the people.
The
can hear
brief
too.
thing is like there's the achievement game and the success game. The fuel you use for the achievement game would be like bad fuel, like trying to beat other people out, not bad fuel, but like dirty fuel. These aren't technically bad things, but once you get to that point, basically the whole premise of the two games is like, once you get to that point, you no longer have any fuel, and then you self-sabotage to get, so like an example would be if your motivation is to be the best person in whatever you do, and then you get to that point where you're the best, then you're out of fuel.
Yeah.
Once you get to the top, you're out of fuel. You'll self-sabotage so that people pass you, so that you have fuel again to get to the top. You can't stay at the top because your fuel is beating the people or beating out the whoever else is against you. So you'll self-sabotage until people pass you so that you can have the fuel to go back to the top.
So what's the celebration then? Like for me, what it makes me think of is like after I accomplish like a big task in work and I cross it off the whiteboard, I turn on a music I like a song I like, and I just freaking dance. Like I get freaking stoked. Yeah, like is that what they say to celebrate though, or what do they say to celebrate?
Well, I mean, I don't know who they is. This is just my like.
Okay, I thought this was like a conversation you were having from the book you were listening to.
Yeah, it's just like you can celebrate any way you want. It's like, you just have to feel it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it can just be as easy as just like acknowledging that you. Like, think of all the things that you do, and you just don't even think about it.
Yeah, but then all the negative things I do, and then I focus on that all the time, and then go down that loop. But when it comes to the positive, it's just like,
That's why the emotions are, you can choose, does it feel good to, like, make negative things feel bad? You know what I'm saying? Like, does it? No. So, just keep that neutral and just feel it. And then when the good things happen, just, like, rocket ship that shit.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like I've been like addicted to negative emotions in the past before. Like when I was like,
There's no such thing.
I guess I was addicted to feeling something, and that's the only way I could, like, I guess what I'm trying to say.
You didn't know how to feel the positive emotions?
Yeah, so I just kept going to the negative because it was the only thing that brought me like a feeling of life. And I just kept going to that, and then it felt like I was addicted to that because that was the only way I had to feel.
Right.
And then I guess you gotta almost practice. Like if you want, for me, like I practice.
No, it's a skill. Like this is all like part of presence in my eyes, and like that's not something you're born with. That's like a skill you.
Well, remember the presence we talked about is something you're born with, but it's not. It's not learning.
It's about unlearning.
It's an unlearning.
Like the skill of like unlearning the things is what is the skill you need to build.
Yeah. There's so many like different like little skills that go into it. Like you can unlock certain things like states within your body, but it takes like reps almost. It takes like you putting time into it, just like a sport or anything else.
Exactly.
Like for me, I was like depressed all the time. I was just in the loop of negative emotions, or what I said was negative, what felt heavy in my body.
Yeah.
It felt like it weighed my body down. And then I needed to practice feeling a lighter emotion, an emotion that charged me, not dragged me down.
Celebration, bro.
Celebration. That's really what it was. Is I would go to the beach and I would celebrate life, like just express gratitude. I would just listen to music. I would do yoga. I would swim. I would just celebrate, man. Is that what we're leaving them with? To just celebrate?
Celebrate.
Dude, this is like life is low-key the ultimate celebration. Like we are put here, and I talked about this a little bit in one of my videos, but we just get like, I'm here with you, one of my homies, and we're just kicking it in life. And we just get to celebrate God. We get to celebrate all of this together.
Yeah.
That sounds weird to say though. Life is just like a celebration.
It is, but it's like everyone's showing up to the party pissed off. You know what I mean? Like everyone gets invited to this amazing party, and then they just show up and they're like, before they even get there, they're like, this shit sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you're at a party and it's awesome. Like, why are you so sad? Like you're killing the vibe right now.
Yeah. Dude, we're really, a lot of us, I mean, we're even guilty of this. We're killing the vibe. Like,
it is. Well, the thing is like, then even if other people are at the party, it's like people are whispering like, this sucks. And you're like, wait, maybe this does suck. And then eventually you hear it enough and you're like, damn, this party sucks.
Even if you don't hear them say it, you see them in the corner, they're not having fun. Like, their energy is just being put off into the room.
And that can, I feel like that can like consume you. Like if you're at a party full of people who are just like hating their life, you're gonna be like, this party sucks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. A fun party is a party you're fully present and just expressing gratitude and thanks to the people around you in this life. Those are the best parties I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Just fully consumed in the moment. Celebration of life.
Celebrate. Your emotions are neutral.
Isn't that kind of crazy how the car emotion led us to celebration of life?
Yeah.
What a journey we took them on.
Yeah. And I don't know shit about anything, but this is
none of
this
us
is just
do.
my interpretation of it.
So, allow yourself to feel.
Yeah, feel the emotion, but you don't have to prescribe it as. I keep saying that word and I don't even really know what it means, but I know what I'm trying to say. Like you don't have to give something like good or bad. It just is. Mm-hmm. Just like feel that, and then like that's it. That's the step, and then just see what happens from there.
Yeah.
And celebrate.
One thing I'm trying to do better at is I almost became so neutral to all my feelings. It felt like there's like times where instead of doing something about my sadness, actually I wrote this earlier today. I wrote, how long and how many times can you be mad about the same thing? Like, I found there's not many things that bother me or make me mad or uncomfortable within myself, within my life, but it's the same. I keep getting mad about the same things, and I'm like, dude, how long are you gonna allow yourself to get mad about this without actually changing it? So use this, like, if an emotion is a clear signal, like if it's a repetitive emotion, a clear signal to you, you should probably like almost like not listen to it, but you should, maybe it's a sign, like maybe God is trying to talk to you and make you so uncomfortable, make you so sad. Like we talked about our story earlier where, dude, it just hit such a low point where these not negative, but these darker emotions, like the sadness, the anger, the fear, the guilt, all that built up to the point of like, oh, I shouldn't live like this anymore. Something actually has to change in my life. You almost need to trust your emotions in a weird sense.
You need to trust yourself.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is like, trust like the instincts that you have.
Because earlier we talked about like your emotions and thoughts can lie to you.
And then you perceive that as your reality.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, if you're telling yourself, or like if your thoughts are saying, I suck, then you're gonna think you really suck. When you actually don't, you just have like a dumb thought.
Yeah, but then we also talked about there's times where like a message comes through and it feels clear, but if you don't trust yourself, you can't receive that message.
Yeah.
So it really is you really do need to trust yourself. How do people begin to trust themselves more then? How
I
do
think you
begin
just have
listen
to
that voice more.
Oh, I had like a whole list in the dude. I should have left it all up on the board so I could have made a 2-hour video. But I think it's really just like making an agreement with yourself.
Okay.
Like, I don't really know much more to say other than that. Like, you just got to make an agreement with yourself. Like, the things like the instincts I feel like I'm having, I'm gonna follow that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if your instincts suck, you're gonna know like right away, because like bad shit will start happening. You know what I mean? But like more than likely that's not gonna happen, and like shit's just gonna start getting better.
And even if like our story is a clear example of you follow that and then it's completely out of alignment with where you're actually trying to go, at least you found out. You found out the hard way, but you found out.
Exactly.
And now you know moving forward, that's not it. That's already off the list then.
Right.
Anything else you want to leave the people with?
That's all I got.
Just celebrate life.
Celebrate.
The celebration.
And be present when you do it.
What's been the biggest thing over the last few weeks for you to be present? Celebrate.
It's something that you'd never do.
Yeah.
Unless you like force yourself to. Just like if you do something, like allow yourself to actually like feel the good side too.
Yeah.
Like, you're huge on feeling the bad side. That's easy.
Yeah.
Bad shit happens, you're like, ah, my life sucks. But like the good shit happens and you just kind of like you were saying with the Kobe example, you take that and you just like put it down where he was like, job's not finished. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you take that and push it down, and eventually it's like pushing down this, like you end up in the same place pushing down the sad or the happiness as you did the sadness, and then you just think your life is horrible, but in reality you just haven't
opened your eyes.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, I suppose.
Thank you, people. Thank you for listening. Thank you to Matt for sharing his words as well.
Yeah, I'll take my money now.